On episode 440 of Nintendo Switchcraft, best-selling third-party games on Nintendo platforms as a whole bunch of sales, and some Stardew Valley news. Those stories and more on this episode of Nintendo Switchcraft.
This is Smashblock, and you're listening to Nintendo Switchcraft.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Nintendo Switchcraft, your source for all the news Nintendo that you want to know about. It is brought to you live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. You can join us live over at twitch.tv/runjumpstomp like a whole bunch of people already did. This episode of Switchcraft is brought to you by patrons like Bustler. Get Switchcraft and my other content ad-free for as little as $1 by joining the Patreon over at patreon.com/runjumpstomp. You can also leave a voicemail like you heard at the top of the show, but by going to runjumpstomp.com/voicemail from any device, and I may even play it on the show. I do want to address something real quick. I had a couple of people call in who I feel like they were under 18. They called in and left a voicemail, and if I think you're underage, I'm not going to play your voicemail on the show, and the reason for that is because I don't have evidence that your parents gave permission. So please don't be offended if you call in and I don't play it, or if you have your kids call in and I don't play it. That's just the way it's going to have to be. Speaking of kids, if you're watching this on YouTube, keep in mind this whole Children's Online Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or whatever it's called, COPA, that is going to have an effect on my channel of some kind. And I just want to say it right up front. This show is, while it is family friendly, it is not for kids. So with that being said, let's move on. Let's talk about all of the Nintendo news from the day. Oh, by the way, I don't know if there's going to be an episode on Friday. It's the day after Thanksgiving. I'm probably going to be hanging out with the family. I'm not sure if we'll end up doing an episode that day or not. But if you want to keep in the loop on all of the updates and stuff, you can join our Discord channel at runjumpstomp.com/Discord, or you can follow me on Twitter. Usually I tweet out what's going on with the show if I got to cancel it for some reason. So make sure that you follow in those locations. And even if you don't use Twitter because you're like, I don't want to post anything, you could just follow people. That's how I get a lot of hilarious stuff that I get to see is on Twitter. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the best-selling third-party games on each Nintendo platform. This was a Twitter post, and I don't know why I just opened it twice, but we've got a Twitter post, and it says here, Twitter user, this is from Matt Piscatella. He works for NPD, which is this group that analyzes sales for the video game industry as a whole. And there was a Twitter user that tweeted at the NPD, Pierre Hughes Meyer, and they asked, what are the best-selling third-party games on each Nintendo platform? So these are not going to be games that are published by Nintendo or games that are developed by Nintendo. These are, well, published. Okay, so I feel like there's a couple of words here that I want to define. There's third party, which usually means that it's not published by Nintendo. And then there's second party, which is usually published by Nintendo but developed by something else or someone else. And then there are first-party games, which are developed and published by Nintendo. Now, I'm looking at the list here of these games, and I'm actually surprised that one of them is on here, and that is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle for the Nintendo Switch. And it makes me wonder if that is, in fact, a third-party title or a second-party title. So I'm going to actually look it up right now and find out. Mario plus Rabbids. Where is it? Rabbids. There we go. Kingdom Battle. It's possible. I know it was developed by Ubisoft, but was it published by Ubisoft? Is the question that I am curious about. Um, oh gosh, where does it say it? It does not say publisher, Ubisoft. Okay, so this is in fact a third-party title. So that's good to know. All right, so on the N64, now we don't have NES stuff or Super Nintendo stuff because NPD Group wasn't really covering stuff at that point. But N64, the top-selling third-party game. If you're watching this, you can see it on the screen, so you don't have to guess there. But if you're listening to it, pause the show for a second, take a guess, and then unpause the show each time that we do this so that you can see if you're right along the way. So, for the N64, top-selling third-party game, according to the NPD Group, is WCW/NWO Revenge, that wrestling game. I did not expect that to be the top-selling third-party game. I expected it to be, yes, I know that the that wrestling game was very, very popular on the N64. It was never a game that I was interested in, but I expected it to be something more. I hate to say mainstream because obviously this is very mainstream, but not a wrestling game like that. That's not what I expected. Nintendo GameCube, number one best-selling third-party game on the Nintendo GameCube. Go ahead and pause it. Take your guess. All right. The answer is Sonic Adventure 2. Now, I never played Sonic Adventure 2. I remember playing Sonic Adventure 1 and not liking it at all. So I'm very surprised. Wait, was Sonic Adventure the bad one? There were so many bad 3D Sonic games that I don't remember which ones were the ones that I really liked or not, because a lot of them were just kind of trash. It does make sense that a Sonic game would be a number one third party game on GameCube because it's Sega. And Vaxer in chat saying there's no good Sonic game. Anyway, it's just surprising. Now on the Wii, best third party game on the Wii, best selling, I mean. All right, pause your podcast. All right, there you go. Hopefully you paused it and guessed right. That would be Guitar Hero World Tour. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. Although this is by money, not by units sold. This is by the amount of money. And Guitar Hero World Tour, if I remember correctly, was pretty expensive. Like you bought it and you got all of the stuff with it, all the plastic crap with it. So I don't know if that should really count. In fact, Kyle Moffitt on Twitter said Guitar Hero shouldn't really count given its price. And then Matt replied, "Thank you for the feedback. It's valued and valuable." All right, fair enough. For the Wii U, the number one game on the Wii U, this actually surprised me, would be Lego Dimensions. I honestly thought that would be, I don't know. I mean, I knew it would be a Lego game, but I didn't expect it to be Lego Dimensions. I thought it would be something. Well, you know what I was thinking? I thought it would be Lego City Undercover, but that was actually published by Nintendo, so it wouldn't count there. So in Lego Dimensions, again, that's going to be something that's more expensive. Anyway, finally, we already talked about for the Switch. Which of these games do you feel is the best out of this list? Which one do you think, if you had to rank these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games as this is the best one out of the list, I want to know which ones you think. So let me know either in the comment section down below if you're watching this on YouTube, email me, runjumpstomp@gmail.com, or tweet at me, like I said earlier, for my Twitter address. All right, let's move on, and I want to talk about Nintendo Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley. It is a very, very good game on the Nintendo Switch. If you are a fan of the Harvest Moon style games from days of yore, then what I want to know. I'm sorry. People in chat are asking me a question. They want to know which one do I think is the best, or which one do I think has the best sales from the last segment. I was asking which game did you think was the best, Darren? Thank you for making me clarify that, because that's important. All right, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is getting a content update, and I think that there's going to be a lot of people that are pretty excited for it. Now, for me, I played the game. I enjoyed what I played of the game. I probably won't ever go back and play the game again, because whenever I play Stardew Valley, I get this sense of just being completely overwhelmed. I have trouble because I have so many options of what I can do, and my brain can't decide what is the best thing for me to do. And so while I'm trying to figure out what's the best thing for me to do, I end up spending more time Googling than actually playing. So I end up just not playing these games. That being said, if you're not afflicted with some similar nonsense like me, then Stardew Valley is a wonderful game. It's incredibly well made, and it was made by like one dude. It was made by one guy. It took him like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years to make it. There's a chapter about it in Blood, Sweat, and Pixels by Jason Schreier. Great book about the art of making video games. And it's getting a new update, 1.4 content update. So let's talk about what exactly it is that we're getting in this update. The update not only adds new content and features of the game, but improves the gameplay experience significantly with tons of quality of life features, including some things the community has requested for a long time. There's also an enormous amount of bug fixes and some optimizations and improvements. In short, the game is more polished than ever. I hope this update will greatly improve your Stardew Valley experience and make your time in the valley even more enjoyable. I'm not going to click on the spoiler changelog because I don't want to spoil this stuff for people. But there's a few things in the update that they're teasing that aren't spoilerific, if that makes sense. It says there is a new endgame mystery involving an abandoned building. So it seems like there's going to be more for you to do once you reach endgame. And this is a thing that I love it when developers do this. When they go and turn their game into a living thing that continues after they've released it. Not every game can do this, but and honestly, I'm surprised that a game made by one guy has the ability to do this. But like, this guy lives and breathes for his game, and you should support him. If this is the kind of game that you're interested in, this is the one you want to get, because it's fantastic, and he's still working on it after all this time. So there's a new endgame mystery. They've added more character events, including a new 14 heart event for every spouse. I never got that far in the game, so I don't know what heart events are, but I guess you can marry people in the game. They added fish ponds. It's a new farm building that allows you to raise fish and harvest a variety of items from them. Most fish will produce roe, which can be processed further in a preserves jar. Ew. Some fish produce other things, though, and many also produce secondary items that can be useful. And this is where the game, I don't care about the marriage stuff in the game, but the crafting stuff and like the, making a farm, harvesting things, taking those things, putting them together to craft new things to use to craft another thing. That is very interesting to me, and that's probably one of the reasons I like Minecraft so much. For some reason, Minecraft doesn't fill me with that same dread that Stardew Valley was. They also added Four Corners. It's a perfect new... Four Corners is perfect for the new separate money option in multiplayer, since each farmer can have their own quadrant to live in, but it's also fun for single player or co-op farms. Each quadrant has a different perk, but the intruding cliffs reduce your total farming area. Another interesting feature is that the greenhouse, farm cave, and pet are located at the center of the farm. That's kind of cool. If you're really focusing on multiplayer, then that's good for you. They're adding in sheds and a bunch of other stuff. I'm not going to go through the whole change log, but there you go. Stardew Valley is updated. If you want to check out the full patch notes for that, then go to my website, runjumpstomp.com. This is episode 440. You can check out the show notes, and it'll take you where you want to go. All right. If you are interested in some Black Friday deals and hearing about games that are on sale, stick around. I'm going to do a quick ad for the audio listeners, and you're not going to hear the ad if you are watching on YouTube or if you are a patron. So be right back, and we'll talk about games that are on sale. All right, we are back, and let's talk about some games that are on sale. Nintendo of America tweeted out some games that are on sale. They said cyber deals are here. Treat yourself, or as I like to say, because we're big fans of Parks and Rec here at my house, treat yourself. Cyber deals are here. Treat yourself with this holiday season and save up to 50% on select digital items through December 4th at midnight Pacific time. So what games are on sale, you might ask? Well, let's find out. It's loading. It's taking too much time. Here we go. Zelda Breath of the Wild. 100%. The greatest game ever made, on sale, down from $60 down to $41.99. It's not like the best sale for it, but it's the greatest game of all time. It's worth whatever you pay for it. It's amazing. Divinity Original Sin 2, on sale for $39.99. That's down $10. Super Mario Party is on sale for $42. I would just say pass on that one. Cuphead is a fantastic game. That's $5 off, down to $15 for Cuphead. Great side-scrolling shooter. It's really, really good. Skyrim is $30. That's a half-price deal. If you haven't played Skyrim, you owe it to yourself to play Skyrim. And I think the Switch is probably the best place to play Skyrim, unless you're going to play on PC with mods and stuff. Sushi Strikers is on sale for $25. That's down from $50, so that's half price. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch is on sale for $35. That is about $15 off, I think, if I'm doing the math in my head correctly. Doom, 2016's reboot of Doom, my favorite single-player first-person shooter of all time. This game is amazing. If you have not played it, you owe it to yourself to play it. If you can play it on other platforms, I would play it on other platforms. But if you only have the Nintendo Switch, then pick it up for the Nintendo Switch. Apparently, the port is very, very good, and that is at half price for $30. Fire Emblem Warriors is a Warriors game. It's a Musou game where you are characters from Fire Emblem, but it does not play like a Fire Emblem game. It plays like a Warriors game where you've got hordes of enemies to spam attack. And most of the time, I don't like spam attack games, but there's something about the Warriors games that I really, really enjoy. That's a really good deal, and it's on sale for $42. I think it could be on sale for a little bit less, in my opinion. Celeste, one of the, I think it won best indie game last year. No, best game with a message, I think, from the Game Awards last year, and it's on sale for half price on Nintendo Switch for $10. Dark Souls Remastered is on sale for $24. That's down from $40. Oh my gosh, how long is this list? Okay, I can't go through all of them, so I'm going to just talk about the ones that I think are fantastic deals from here on out. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is down to $42. That's a really, really great game, without a doubt. Snipper Clips, half off, $10. Really great game. This is a side sitting couch co-op kind of game. You're going to want to play with somebody. You're going to have an absolute ball, and you're going to laugh a lot when you play that game. Diablo 3 is on sale for $40. I love Diablo 3, one of my favorite games of all time. Absolutely pick that up if you haven't already picked it up and you like that style of game. Sonic Mania is on sale for half off at $10. This is the best Sonic ever. 100% the best Sonic ever. It is so wonderfully well done, and it's incredibly fun. Dead Cells is a really good Metroidvania game. It's on sale from $25 down to $17.49. If you like the idea of a Diablo game, but you don't like all the blood and gore of a Diablo game, then I've got news for you. Torchlight 2, fantastic Diablo-style game. It is on sale for $14, down from $20. If you're looking for a really, really good strategy game, Wargroove is a fantastic strategy game. Normally $20, down to $13.99 right now. And it's up for best strategy game this year. It's not going to win because Fire Emblem's going to win, but it's a fantastic game, and you should definitely check that out. Scrolling. What else is on here? Listen, there are so many games on sale right now. Just hide your wallets because you're going to be spending a lot of money because these are some really, really good deals. I guess I'll say one more. Cat Quest. Cat Quest is normally $13. It is this open world RPG where everybody's a cat, and it's filled with cat jokes throughout the whole game. It's just cat joke after cat joke after cat joke. Pick that one up for $4.54. Fantastic deal. Speaking of sales, Devolver Digital, which they publish a lot of games on the Nintendo Switch, they've got a bunch of games that are on sale as well. I'm not going to list them all. Again, go to my website, check out the show notes, but I'm gonna say must get games. These are the ones that I've actually tried and I think are fantastic. Enter the Gungeon is usually $14 down to $7.49. That game is fantastic, and you absolutely have to pick it up. It's a twin stick shooter, roguelike, so good. But there's like 20 games on sale through this list. So make sure that you check out the show notes to find out what games are on sale. And I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think out of the list of games that are on sale? Which ones do you think are the absolute best games to pick up for the Nintendo Switch or the best deals? Let me know in one of the ways that I told you earlier, because there's so many games on sale right now, and it can be a little overwhelming for somebody who doesn't know what they want to pick up. All right, I think that's it for today's episode. If you want to become part of the community, you absolutely should. There's way over 800 people in that community right now. Join us over at runjumpstomp.com/Discord. You can also watch the show live with a bunch of awesome people over at twitch.tv/runjumpstomp. You can get a hold of me through email at runjumpstomp@gmail.com, or you can reach out to me on Twitter at runjumpstomp. I've got a bunch of other podcasts as well. If you want to make sure that your comment gets flagged for this show, use the hashtag Nintendo Switchcraft. This show is part of the giant-sized Team Up Network. For more information, check out gstu.net. And if you want to support the show, head on over to runjumpstomp.com/thank-you. The music you're about to hear right now is Corneria Star Fox Remix by Noteblock. You guys are fantastic. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.